show you guys this case feeder, the Progress case feeding system for the Hornady lock and load AP Progress machine. And this is the first generation, which I would say from the before January this year, most of the people receive the order will be the first generation, which is this one solid piece with a top slide on top there, and with a push arm, and fit into this machine. This is the first generation. Since January, we had some feedback, and also we give more testing and sort. So we basically made some improvement. So we now have the generation 2. Generation 2 is still the same concept, just made a bit improvement. You can see that's the generation 2 case feeder. Basically, all the sides stay the same, not much difference. Main difference you can see probably just here a bit cut out, and also the hole at the back there we made slightly lower for purpose. So later we're going to show you guys why we need to make this hole slightly lower. And also the other difference would be probably that's main body. I think that's the only thing we made the difference, just the hole and a bit of contour cut out here. That's the main difference between the main body. So don't worry, even you got the first generation, it's not going to be any trouble because they're basically the same. Then the difference between the version 2 and version 1, the another improvement is this top slide. Top slider, there's the case drop into there, slide into the next station, next slide, and drop into the machine. So the top slider, the difference is the first generation we use the basic plastic bearing. This is made from plastic, so with like a middle hole there, steel. So also when the push arm goes up, push this up the bearing, so make a smooth contact. The second generation we changed to the metal. So we just found the metal ball bearing to be smooth and will last much longer. And because the metal ball bearings, when they move, they make less noise. There's no grinding noise there, so it will be a bit quieter. And also when they make a contact, we feel it's better. It is. You can feel it's more smooth. And also the metal ball bearing with the stainless steel screw, it's very easy to replace. If for any reason it's broken, just unscrew, put another bearing in. So that's the difference between the first and the second generation, the top slide. Other than that, it's all the same. Stay the same, just ball bearing. Then there's a case push slider which goes on the Hornady bridge. This case slider, the first generation is like this, with a plastic D10 there. The knob here is a D10 which goes into this slide, goes into there to make the movement. That's movement. The second generation, what we did is we made the ball bearing D10 there. You can see the difference. That's the metal ball bearing. So with the stainless steel screw fixed into the body, easy to replace as well. So under this, it's going to last forever. It's never going to break because it doesn't take much pressure there. So when this ball bearing goes into the slider, also we found, it is working smoother. You can see that's another improvement between the version 1 and 2. But when you got version 1, don't worry too much. If you don't forget to put grease, lubricant in the slide and between here, this one's still going to last. Or if you want, you can basically cut this off and drill a center hole there. They put a little bearing there as well. That can be modified. Or if you want, you can definitely make an inquiry to us. We can just supply you with the second generation parts, which is the main body. Don't worry, main body is all fine. You don't need to do much. The only thing you may consider to purchase to add into your machine, maybe just the top slide, the case slider. These two things, quite a bit improvement there. Then another improvement between version 1 and version 2 will be this top case holder arm. The case holder basically goes into, let me grab a case. So that's the case adapter, basically goes into here, into this arm, so arm on top there. So this arm is the first generation, which is fixed length, so you cannot make any adjustment. The problem is when you install the machine, with these slides on top there, this one on top of these, you have to make sure the center hole and the center hole there is 100% matching. If you're a little bit out of the way, it's not in center, not in line, when case drop into there, maybe catch into the side there, so they won't work properly. Normally there's a gap there, there is a slide, push the case out there, into the second catcher there. So this need to be, we don't say 100%, 99% in line. So that's quite important. So when you look top through, so this hole and the bottom hole need to be really in the one center. So that's I will explain later when we put on the machine. And now I'll just say this is important for machine to work better. So this first generation arm is not adjustable. Only thing, if not in the center, you have to do is get the body. When you fix the body, you move forth and back and forth, or even loose a bit and they change to move this angle a bit. Make sure this is pointing down to the hole there, pointing. So that's the first generation. Can be done, little bit of work. Then second generation, the case arm, the difference is here. So basically we made the whole arm adjustable. That's the two bolt there. So when you lose the bolt, you can extend it or back. So that's mean even this one is not 100%. When you install, even the angle is not 100%, this can be adjusted by the extending arm or shorter arm. So this will be matching the bottom there. So just make the reloading, just adjustment a little bit easier and quicker. So that's the improvement for the second generation. Another difference is you can see the back here. We basically made this longer, stronger, basically bigger. So because we've had some customer saying that's when they fixing the two screw there, if it's over tighted, so this will crack because this is made by plastic. It is they do crack if you really tight it. You don't have to tight too much, but anyway, the second generation we made bigger and thicker. So this way, even you over tight a bit, it will be still fine because this is much stronger. So that's the second generation feeder arm. This can be supplied separately as well if you want, but even you with the first generation, it's still working fine. I will explain later.